The main character and deviant in Fatal Attraction is Alex Foster. Also, another main character is her lover, Dan Gallagher. Additionally, Dan's wife, Beth, plays a large role as well. At the beginning of the film, Alex appears to be happy and stable because she is receiving a lot of attention from Dan. She's excited to have so much of Dan's interest and attraction. Alex wants to receive undivided attention from Dan. Throughout the film, she wants Dan to leave his wife so that she can have him all to herself. Alex becomes deviant when Dan explains to her that he does not want to see her anymore. Dan thought that their affair was going to be very short, but Alex had much different plans and wanted to remain in a relationship with him. When Dan explains that it is over, she refuses to take no for an answer. Alex decides that she will resort to any drastic means to get Dan's attention. Immediately after Dan tells her that he's done, she cuts her wrist so that he must attend to her. She also uses different tactics as well, such as telling him that she is pregnant. When he continues to try to ignore her, she stalks him and shows up at his house, but then becomes enraged and tries to motivate him with fear by killing his bunny. Eventually, she kidnaps his daughter and tries to even kill his wife. She commits several crimes that I just explained. Throughout the movie, Alex stalks, kidnaps, kills, and attempts to murder again while she is in pursuit of Dan. As MJ Dennis explains in the YouTube video Infidelity Trauma, an interview with a Specialist, Part 1, when a lover leaves their partner, it is possible for that partner to experience a break in safety and security. This is exactly what Alex was going through. It was a biological response from the amygdala that caused her to either fight, flight, or freeze, and she chose to fight aggressively while she was coping with her infidelity trauma. The biggest victim of Alex's criminal deviance is Dan. However, the entire Gallagher family is heavily victimized by Alex's psychotic behavior. The filmmaker shows that the Gallagher family was not deserving of any of the crimes that were committed against them. Although Dan was a cheater and also led Alex on, her response and harassment was completely unproportionate. Also, Dan's daughter and wife were naive to Dan's wrongdoings and did not deserve what had happened to them at all. Finally, the bunny that Alex killed was, of course, not deserving. Alex was compulsive in her pursuit of Dan, and she had a tough time keeping these compulsions in check. However, she still made a conscious choice to commit all of these crimes, and she never appeared to show any remorse for anything that she had done. Dan appears extremely on edge and agitated following Alex's harassment, but still manages to appear somewhat stable during the film up until Alex had briefly abducted his daughter, after which point he himself has a meltdown, showing up at Alex's apartment, attacking and nearly killing her. Beth appears to have been the most affected by her daughter's kidnapping. She becomes incredibly anxious and preoccupied while looking for her daughter, which eventually leads to her getting hit by a car. According to MJ Dennis, the most effective way that Alex could have avoided criminal deviance was if Dan knew how to respond to her infidelity trauma without becoming defensive, because his defensiveness only made her behavior worse. Also, Alex could have sought counseling from a trauma expert, such as Dennis herself, who is trained in helping people cope and work through their infidelity trauma.